We ready. Mike, the right spot? There we go. How's everybody doing today? Working on... I can filter... Ready to work more in Ryumar. Need to figure out the right length to make this. A little bit higher. I guess it needs to be further off anyway, so if I go one more higher, that should be good. Yeah. Welcome in. We's a building. There we go. That's about right, but it starts to dig into the... I can still build buildings here. They just might not be full ones. A little bit further. What's up, guys? We're going to Ryumar City. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That doesn't seem right. I guess it is. I see. Okay. I think it's here. Yeah. What's up, Blissful? Like that. And then to do even distance, I just need some markers. So if I go... I guess that's not really helping me. Yahoo, thank you. Appreciate it. What's up, Sierra Heat? Welcome back. If anybody plays Rivals, dude, I'm excited for the new stuff coming. I guess how many pads is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait. Yo, Divine Equinox at the resub. Let's go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that means the middle is here? There. And then halfway between those two would be there. And there. This isn't a sandbox world. This specific build. I just haven't been playing on my expert world a lot. I'll try to give it, like, I've been playing on it, but not to build. It seems like the more I build over there, the laggier it gets. So I've kind of halted all major projects on the main expert. You know what I can maybe do? Oh, I guess they're not curved, but I was thinking about maybe doing these as like an extra scaffolding between the two. But I guess I could always add that, essentially. Like there? Wonder if that's like the perfect length to do 2 back to back. No, like that. Oh no, it'd have to be back a space. So like there. So I think that would kind of add. And then I could go back. Right? It would just have to actually go back that way because it's not going to connect to anything. Actually, no, because that would go all the way down to the ground. But I guess we could, what if we did it this way? That could work. I know I need to move that one. Hold up. Because I might just, if I like this enough, I might just do these, but I don't think I have, no, I should have done these. I think there's the same amount of space between all of these. Let me see. I can't really tell from this angle. Oh, that's the wrong way. Duh. I'm like, why does that look different? Did I put that one too far back? Of course I did. Of course I did! There we go. Because then it's 4 spaces between there. I think these ones are slightly further apart. But I like this. I think I like this a lot. I like it. What are you building? More of this. Behold! How do you fly? You can turn flying mode on in cozy, regular survival, and sandbox. Just you can't toggle it on expert. You can still technically fly in expert with the flying fish sandwich if you are within a village limit. However, all you do is you open your inventory, or if sandbox, it'll take you right to the codex. But if you're in cozy or survival, just open your inventory, and then the tab on the top right is the world settings. And like I said, on cozy, regular, and sandbox, you just go to player fly mode and turn it on. So you could just create a sandbox world, and I believe fly mode is default. Yeah, fly mode is defaulted on. in sandbox worlds, but you can also do this in cozy and regular survival, just not expert. And again, it goes for all modes technically, but there's an item called where is it? The flying fish sandwich. Eat to temporarily gain the ability to fly within village bounds. Keywords within village bounds. Wait a minute. Why does that seem different? Is this one... I think I lined this one up wrong. Yeah, this one just needs to be forward a couple more spaces. I think I see what I did wrong. I guess I can't really see anything right now. Hold on. I'm in like the shadow of the build. I cannot see a darn thing. Did you not hear me, Asher, when I explained it in full? That was literally what I was just talking about. Literally. Yeah, that's right. Are people's attention spans so low that when you give just a thorough explanation of something, it's yapping? I guess it's a younger generation thing. It's reiteration a lot of times is extremely helpful when learning or teaching something. Or explaining it maybe like 2 to 3 different ways. Just different words. Alright, now build it in survival. Oh, I just got challenged. Hold on. You think that's impressive? I'm only building in sandbox right now because my expert world is so laggy from building so much that I kind of have to give it a little bit of a break. Otherwise, I feel like it just keeps breaking the world more and more. But let's go to the main expert world. What's the best relic for shuriken for survival? It depends on what you're fighting, with the relics giving you obviously the different elemental powers and like boosts to certain, like the other enemies have weaknesses or whatever to certain ones. So it really just depends on. I think one of the best all-arounders is probably ice, just because like it's nice to be able to freeze someone quickly. Other than that, if you're fighting fire dragons, you definitely want something ice. Or no, you want yeah. Sometimes I get the weaknesses mixed up. I haven't been messing with that stuff in like months now. But and then if it's the thunder dragon, you want earth, I believe, is the weakness, and I could be wrong. But anyway, it just depends on what you're fighting. If you're fighting non-Ninjago Island stuff, it's good to have weapons. Doesn't matter which weapons, really, like the shurikens or whatever. But if you have one relic of like ice and then another one of any other, it really works with any 2 different elements. But it causes, if you do 2 of the elemental afflictions at once, it will do a big burst damage essentially. So like if you freeze someone, you'll see the freeze bar start to go down for their affliction. But then if you get like earth affliction built up on them before that first one goes away, it does like a combo damage thing. Oh, I know, Aiden. I know. I'm only going to show off like one of my builds. One of them that's, I guess, semi-similar. See why? This is another reason I don't play on the expert world almost as much anymore. Not only is the game laggy, it takes me this long to load into this world every time. Every time. And then, God forbid, I teleport to Ninjago Island. Oh my god, I swear that loading screen's double the regular load-in screen. Where's the bus station? I have a bus station here, right? Oh, it just hasn't loaded in yet. Here, I'll take you to a village that I built here in Expert that is kind of going to be similar-ish, where it's got lots of builds kind of like filling a large space with some more gaps in between them so that I don't risk hitting build limit as easily. Because I like to build big stuff, but you can only build so much stuff in such a dense area that to combat that, I generally just do like, you know, if complexity, a build that's so big that it hits complexity is a 10, I'll build like a 7 out of 10 here, and then go like maybe 20-ish meters, and then build like another 7 out of 10 size build there, and then maybe over here do like a, you know, a 4 out of 10 build. So that way it's multiple large and medium builds that are within the vicinity together that still flow into each other. So that way it's still one big singular build, but you're not hitting complexity. Usually the bus doesn't take that long. Usually it's just teleporting to Ninjago Island that takes forever, because it's like, it must be like a different process or something. I told you exactly. This is why I haven't been playing on this world. Bus times, load-in times, overall lag in the world. Yeah, most of the time. I mean, not there. This game doesn't get my PC as hot as like Marvel Rivals would, but my PC is definitely a personal heater. I don't need that right now. I think the high for today was like 120 here in Phoenix, which is our first 120 day, if it is. It's only 110 in my city. I say only, that still sucks the meat. It sucks. That build over there is technically the build that spawned in the world. But this, oh god. I don't even know. Oh, my village center's up there, so even if I had a flying fish sandwich, I wouldn't be able to fly around this whole area, because you can only use the flying fish sandwich if you're within the village bounds. So if I went anywhere out of this square, I wouldn't be able to fly anyway. But we can just hit a jump pad. So this is my salty seaport coastal village. I guess the one I'm building right now is working up to be a bigger one, or like, you know, more spread out even. But I kind of, and the only other one I can compare it to is like my farm village, which is really spread out, but it's not exactly. I think the way this one is set up is more similar to the Ryumara city that I'm currently working on in the sandbox world, because it's got like that spread out. You got stuff up against the wall, the rock cliffs, stuff at like different heights. That's kind of the idea I'm going for with the current village. With the floating islands in the background to boot. Now we can get back to building. Honestly, like I live in Phoenix, so even in the winters, it'll get chilly in here, but like it is. I don't think I remember the last time I turned on my heater. Like at all. So if it ever does get cold, it does help. Like if I get like the only time it really gets cold is like obviously during the morning times is when it's the coolest, like the early morning times. But if I get up early and do a gaming session, my hands are cold or something like that, it's really nice just to be able to throw my hand over the top of the PC because it's just venting off. 109? Dude, it's no joke because like we're all so dry. So like I'm like most of the super hot states like us are dry, like Nevada, and I think Texas is mostly a dry heat too. Like depending on where you live, obviously, like the more north you go, I'm sure it gets a little more humid. But I think us three states and then like super Southern California get that super dry heat, which doesn't matter because 120 still feels like 120, even though the humidity's not like. But I still would rather be in, I think, a dry heat than humidity. I think I have these lined up correctly now. I mean, everything's relative, right? Oops, wrong way. So, like, I mean, if you've only, like, it's like me, I technically grew up in Illinois, so I definitely know what it's like to be pretty cold, too, but not really as an adult or have to, like, fully deal with the cold or the snow as an adult. Like, I've never driven in snow before. So, like, if you've only lived in cold places, like, you know, 80 something with a little bit of humidity, you can definitely feel really, really hot. Yeah, I do play Battle Royale. Just not a lot. Or on stream, really. Oops, that's wrong. This should be enough room. Or I wonder if I could do this even. I guess I'm going to have to look this way. Like, I wonder if that would also favor this at all. Oh, that's going to bump. I thought those might, like, fit snugly side by side and I could layer it up or something. Because I do want to make it almost come out more than 8 spaces, but I feel like that's kind of not the limit, but that's what it'll look best as. Although I still need to do this technique to it. I mean, I still could put that going around it. Let me do like a corner of it. And I'll decide what I like. Or if I like it, rather. Because we do that. And then it's gray post on top of that. Brown below it. And then I think it was 6 over and 2 in or something like that. Yeah. Well, that was for these things, which I'm not using this time. So I guess I kind of skip that step. But I'm still going to need to kind of do that just to make sure my other lineup is good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, that needs to go outward, technically. This is all just for spacing. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. And then this one. Boom. And then, where's my wall? This one, like that, and then boom. That's it. I think I was just using these before. And then we need to go back to these. We want these. And did I just go all the way around with those? Yeah. So the posts are different, but these are going to end up being the same. That. Oh, I think that was going the right way. It's so hard to tell sometimes. No, it wasn't going the right way. Why does it flip them around every time? It's like I have to stay looking at the piece, otherwise it like resets its orientation. See, and that kind of hides a little bit more of the, I don't want to say clunkiness, but what's going on down there. Oh, I'm going to have to replace those because they're actually going to be showing if they don't have the other piece I've been using, which is fine. I'll just put these in the corners instead. So like that's going to leave that, that. There we go. Yeah, okay. Do I play with anybody on the game? Not as often as I probably should or want to, but I get so wrapped up in my solo projects that generally most of the time yes, I do play solo. I guess I didn't need that big of a piece, but whatever. Mall jelly? Sorry, I'm not sure how to pronounce that one. Hello. This is what we're working on. Probably the most dedicated guy in this game. One of them. There are definitely some other extremely good, even better than me for sure, builders in this game. You gotta remember, creative games like this, not that this is a creative game overall, but obviously it's Lego and it has custom building Lego mechanics, so like by nature it is a creative type game. It also has like the PvE survival content part of it, but any game like this, people of all walks of life will come to build cool stuff. Like, I mean, look at even like No Man's Sky. When they released the like custom ship building editor mechanic thing, dude, all sorts of people that maybe didn't even play the game beforehand, you know, they were building like recreations of Millennium Falcons and Star Wars ships. And it's like anytime you give a video gamer the ability to build custom stuff, they're gonna build pretty darn cool custom stuff regardless of the game. But thank you. I am very dedicated to the game nonetheless.
So this just in. Humans eat more bananas than monkeys. Have you ever seen a person eat a monkey?
No, I haven't. I mean, my monkey to banana eating ratio is definitely infinity to 0. Wait, and then below that, sorry, I gotta just double check, make sure I'm doing my stuff right. We need upside down. These ones. Yes. But I need a thruster first. Double checking one more time. Yep. There we go. One, two. I think I should be able to fit these going all the way across evenly. And not quite. One, two, three, four, five, six. Yep. That's the wrong one. Oh, eternal darkness. It is my doom. Oh yeah, he did, Moxie. Pretty thick. Pretty much a few more styles of these buildings. It's going to be like a raised part of the city. And what I'd like to do is probably leave a ladder, like an area right here, where even I go down. And like maybe to another part or something. Or maybe up even to go like up there. Because I definitely want to have like an area where it's connected. It doesn't need to have one, but I think that would be better. Wait a minute. Yeah. I guess I can make like an elevator or something. That'd be kind of cool. But essentially like more of these buildings kind of in a stacky type of way that look nice. I would look up the Mad Puck, like a hockey puck. The Mad Puck. I can't remember if he has numbers in his name. Someone can tag him here at TikTok. He's probably like the craziest builder that I know of. There's a couple other people I can't remember the names of on Reddit that have also posted. Like the people, also Haskins is an insanely good builder. Like insanely good. He did a project with I think a team of really great builders. I can't remember who, but he did the mecha leader, and it's like I'm pretty sure it even moved. Like it was like I can't remember how many joints it had, but I think definitely the arm with the sword moved, and it was like gigantic, and it was pretty much like 1-to-1 of what the Lego set looks like. Obviously, just scaled way up. Is this creative? This is a sandbox world, yeah. Again, until my my expert world decides to stop lagging so hard all the time, I will play more on there. But yeah, you can fly outside of creative too. But a lot of people don't know how to, like, it was an update they added a while ago, but it's like if you're a newer player, you might not assume that that's changeable in survival or cozy, which is fairly understandable. And then it's gray fences, right? Yeah, gray, brown, gray. Make sure I do these evenly. I never finished that off. I don't think this make it using a smaller piece really helps than a longer piece, but it's gonna look the same anyway. All right, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, and 1 in the middle. And boom goes the dynamite. I always think of Cleveland. And this one's also gray. We're just going to finish this, and I'll just... If I need to make edits later, we will do that. If I add a stairway or something like that, I can always do that later. Oh, I already did that one, duh. Uh-huh, see? And I still have to add one more. I have to add... Take the filter off. Oh, I still got the thruster in the recents. Let's go. Nope, railings, that's what I need. Boom. See, this just makes it so you don't, like... Just adding this bars going down, you see, like, less studs that are... Or anti-studs under here. Like, not that that's a bad thing, but it just... Either way, it's giving stuff more depth. And... An 8. Oh, yeah, I have to have it, like, offset. Or I can just do 2 4s. And then a 1 in the single, or in the middle. There we go. The symmetry. Yeah, it's easy if you have like any world that's over like probably even over a year. Even it's just older worlds in general. I'm guessing the older, the more severe it ends up being. But my expert world is as old as an expert world can be. And it's bad. It's bad. Well, I'm trying to see where I put those. Okay. So I think we're done with this part. I don't think I forgot any pieces of it. Oh, I forgot. Technically, I did. I need to redo the gray parts to include dangling lights. That's technically what I did with these ones, as I had spaced out lights. Now, I don't need to, but I think it would keep the consistency going well with these base plate pieces I'm doing. Oh, I forgot those aren't technically centered. Nope, don't break that. I need at least one starter. Okay. And break the ones on the sides too, because it's coming off. Coming off. Am I going to connect to other builds with this one? Not directly to any of these, but I'll either, what I was thinking about is making an elevator at some point would be cool. Otherwise, I was thinking having just maybe a staircase that pops out from like right here and descends at some point. But I think that would look kind of long and stringy. Even if I made it like crisscross back and forth, I don't know if it would end up having like the overall look I'm going for. To where though? Down to the ground, maybe back there I do another platform coming off the wall. I'm gonna go with the flow kind of builder for sure. I think I want to build at least one more of these in there. I don't know if it's gonna bug me that I can't see it flush into the thing or not. But I will figure that out after I'm done with this part. That'll be part of my next decision for sure. Otherwise, I really haven't thought about it. I just knew I wanted to put something up here on this wall that would look good. I'll kind of show you what I'm talking about. Because, like, when I look at this, like, I want everything, like, from about this angle or really any of these front angles. I want things to be different heights. That's why this platform, and this platform are different heights. And then all the buildings on each platform are generally different heights by just a little bit. Even these two buildings, that one's like 1 story taller. Even though the roof is extra tall, it still ends up being taller. And then these two are different heights. That one's obviously on a lower platform and just 1 story in general, so it's lower than pretty much everything except for that one. Like, these are the closest. But otherwise, I think even this one is technically a little bit higher than this one is. But I just kind of think of it like in this picture that I'm going to be looking at. I know I wanted to paint something there. Otherwise, that big rock face would look like a little too open. Don't have to do any of these things, but they definitely make me more satisfied with the build. Oops, wrong way. Actually, no. I think if I go in between all of them. So that's in the middle there. Yeah. So there. There. And there. And then what's the space there? Because I'm only going to need like 1. So for that, we're to go So from the corner, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I guess I could have lined that up myself. Whatever. Yep, that'll do. And then this one just goes in the middle of this one. Boom. And then we just fill in the space in between with these guys. I think. Hold on. Could also move it one more than it already is. Let's see what this, because I can do this, that's fine. But then I don't really know the proper spacing to put in between here. Actually, I think that'll work. Maybe? I mean, it's going to be a little off-center like the other ones I did, where like even right here, it's technically closer to that side than that side, but I'm not going to be able to make it perfect, so I'm not going to stress myself over it. Or I can make minor adjustments, but no matter what, something's going to be like lightly unsymmetrical or not perfectly aligned. So it's something I've been trying to like worry about less with my builds. It's like these are the details that you'll only really see if you're looking for them, and they don't really matter at the end of the day anyway. Oops. Because again, other than that one right there, actually I wonder if I change the corner, if I could make it technically better on this side too. I think that just makes it so I'd be able to add an 8 and a 4 instead of like a, what do I have on this side? Just an 8 and a 2. I just need that one as a placeholder. Yeah, I think I like this better. What building do I have? These are the Ryumara City, which I believe are from the LEGO Pass that's currently available. It's also not going to all light up from as far as I'm going to make it. It's going to, during the nighttime, not everything will glow until you get closer. And then the last thing I need for lights for this are from Ninjago Island. I want these big old bar lights, and I have them lined up so they land on the middle of these archways. Hey. And I think I might have to do them a little lower. Because technically they won't connect to anything. Is that the spacing I have there? I think it's the same. I technically didn't do those. Yeah, I guess. I forgot I used these bar lights on these types of scaffoldings, not these types. So I still could keep that vibe, because I do think it's a little dark when you look up there. Plus, it'll just match anyway. I think I'm going to do it. Although I wonder if putting it behind would be the actual move. not in front. What do we think about that? Is that better? Because you'll still see them from below really well. But then they also, I guess, depending on the angle you look at it, but you can still see the light, yeah. So it still gives you that same vibe that you're getting over here. Yo, what's up, Otaku? Welcome back. Oh, I see. This one I would have just lined up here instead. Wait a minute. I must have had that aiming the wrong way. But it also lights up the bottom, these like scaffolding pieces much better. I think, oh no, the other side probably didn't have room for two of them. I mean, I could put it there. You'd barely see the butt end of the black part of that light. Yeah! Looking good. Now, what I'll also probably do is I'm thinking to give these buildings more room in them. Here, I'll just build like a really... I'm not going to worry about the windows or the wall pattern right now, but here, let me just grab... And what color would I want to make at least this first building? There's a purple, so probably the green one. I'd want to make like a big green building with this. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that's good. That's hard to count. I think I got that. 2, 4, 6, 8. Look at me. Although, actually, I lied. It's 8, but not including a corner, so it needs to go 2 further back. Because that would be the corner of this building, right? And we would be at least 2 wide. Oh, Stream Daddy with a party of 8. You are my Stream Daddy. Welcome. Thank you, Daddy. Because here I'm actually thinking about doing the real corner. I mean, this could work too. Have it be double layered. But I was thinking it would almost look better if it came out. No, this should still... I'm trying to think. I did not apply for Streamer Universe. Who knows? Maybe I'm exactly what they're looking for. Oh, hold on. I lied. Not about what I just said, but about what I'm doing with the build here. I lied about this too. Because I do need this to be part of the structure, otherwise it might not line up how I want it to. Oh, I broke the wrong one. like that. The only problem is then I won't have like any room to actually, you know what? I could always make the ramp in front of the deck go up into there. I think that'll work. Nope, I lied. We're doing it the first way I had it. I lied again. I lied. It wasn't 50. 100. 100 smoothies I ordered. So we are going to come out to there. And there. Again, I might change up some of the windows and stuff here, but we're going to pretty much keep it like this. I'll probably add a door here or something like that, but I just need to get the rough shape of this going. The only problem is that big lump there. This is all going to be probably faux interior anyway, but... Yeah, I think I just keep it to 2. I know it's a lot of decision making for such a simple looking build so far, but this is how I make everything come together. Sometimes it's a process. Because I guess up here I could pull out the second story more, and I could put like a mini balcony with like a flower bed thing on it. You know what I mean? Because I don't have to line up like this floor with the one below it. I could have this one come out to like here and still have the balcony and give the building more depth. And then I can give it like a little rooftop. Instead of adding a regular roof, I can make like a little rooftop garden thing on this one. Ooh, that would be a really cool building overall for like somewhere else. Like eventually I'm going to build some stuff down here too. But like that would be kind of a cooler, I guess, lower building or higher building. I have like a sky garden basically. Lumi, how you doing? Yeah. Hold on. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think would end up being good. And then let's actually get fancier with it. Down here, we put a normal door. And then I think down here we do one of the circular windows. And then here we do these guys. This one's going to go into the wall just a little bit. And then so is this one. 1 hour hydrate. I know I haven't really been drinking much. Boom. And then I think here we'd go back to circulars. I mean, honestly, it would kind of look good too if I maybe did this one. Because it's like the same thing, just pushed back, and I don't know, what do you guys like, this? Or like this? I like the circular ones a lot better in general. Because what I could also do is... the only few options I have are doing like a non-circular one there, I like. And then circular ones on the sides. Did I want to make that any taller, though? Or do I like that? I guess I can make the other building taller. Actually, if I can fit it... hold on. Because that means I'd have to get rid... hold on. I have an idea. Well, I think I'd still want, like, a bit of a break. So then I would just go to red and then do a building that's too wide. And then maybe at the end I just do a 1 by purple one. Or red and orange, that is. Is there any other windows for orange? I guess there's the circular window. See, and then that would be the end of that build, right? I would just have to change out that corner so it doesn't bump and then connect the sides, because otherwise those bump out way too much. But then here we would start the blue building, and that would only go over... actually, I could make this work then just a little bit more than 1, because I'd want it to pop out a little bit more. Because right here, I would basically have to make it a door. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if I did that there, then we can use the Fortnite Forever pieces and do that. I wonder if having this upside down would ultimately be better. That works for me. And then back to this. Wait, I thought I accounted for the 8. That's only 4. Oh, wait. Was there a smaller one? Oh, what if I face it out that way, though? Would that look good? No, I kind of like it facing the other way. There we go. The only thing is the roof would have to go... I don't think this is going to work the way I wanted it to, if they're that close together. I think I'm going to have to stick with just 2 buildings up here. And I think I'll go with... I think I'll go with red. I don't know. I only have so many options here. I like this too, but the problem is the roof comes out too far, and I would either have to make every building pretty much shaped exactly the same, which I'm trying to avoid because I like... it makes it look like more chaotic, even though it's planned for. It's like the reason all these building heights come up to different levels is it gives you a little more depth. Whereas I guess from this angle where I'm intending to look at it from, like have like, you know, the big cool screenshot right here. That could work, but I like the idea of just having 2 buildings. Because that's 8. So I think I'll make this one blue. Leave the corner there. And then I just think that's going to make it still... Hold on. I guess if I just made this building... I can make it lower by not adding a floor. I forgot to technically add another floor to this one. Oops. Which I guess I could do to... Hold on. I keep goofing up. I meant to add these, are they these? No. Roofs. No, they are walls. They're half walls. Nope, that's for the one I was just doing. We need these ones. Because that will make these different heights at least, and I can add roofs to both of them with the way I'm doing it now, essentially. So now on top of that, we add the roof. I can probably leave that. I'm not too worried about that. Or am I? I guess it's not going to hurt if I just add. Like that. There we go. So then this one... I think I know what to do. I'm thinking... about a shape in mind. Don't lose it. What a piece am I looking for? Why is it so hard to find pieces that I'm looking for? Oops, not that. Okay, so here... Or do I do it on the top one? Because I have less room going back technically here, even though you're not really going to know it from the outside. But I need these roofs. Maybe I'll make this one 2-story and then... go up to a 3rd that has a balcony. What if I put the... Can I put the corner here? See, I could put that there. So that way they're offset, and I think it would still fit pieces going back. Just fine, but then the buildings are the same height, which I really don't want. So what I think I'm going to do is just make this one like a half level. And make it come out like that, because then that'll still do the same thing. It'll just be lower. I'll have to center that better. But then This building would then just go, I think we would do the same style window going all the way across here. Like this, and I'd probably just do the whole building like that. So just have it. What's wrong one? No, it was the right one, it was just flip. Boom. Boom. Was it 6? I think it was 8. I guess we'll find out. I was right. Okay, that's going into the wall. That's barely not going into the wall, so I'll add one more. Hello? There we go. What's going on? Don't I get bored? I mean, not particularly. I guess I could put that little sky garden up here if I wanted to, which I'm kind of thinking about. Oh, I see. I guess it really doesn't matter. I guess that would make a really good floor. Did I do math wrong? The 16's not gonna, it's gonna leave me 2 spots. So I need 14. I thought I used a 6 and an 8, did I not? I guess it's because I'm missing the 4? I think I'm losing my mind. So that would make it less stuff. Can I not make 14 with these combos? I guess I can put in another floor. No, I am doing math right. That is 14. Why is... Oh, it's less. I need it to be 18. Duh, I'm an idiot. I'm doing addition wrong. That's how I know it's getting too hot here in Arizona. I guess right here doesn't matter too much if there's like one little itty bitty hole. This is what I'm building. I'm thinking about making this building less wide, just like this one is, and kind of the same. And I'll have like I'm almost just thinking about cutting it here instead of where I currently have it. So like this one would just switch out to this one, and then we would just do our sides like so. Our corners, rather. Well, I think even right here, what we could get away with is, instead of doing that long one, even though this one's a one full length, we could just do this and then this again. I can see what that looks like. No, I like this one. Just more color is better. And then this one we could just change to kind of the same as the other one. Because I don't mind if these buildings match, per se. They're different colors, so it'll kind of do me the same good to have them be, like, kind of mirrored. But this one's just going to end up being lower. Because, yeah, the top's different, but the baseline levels will still be the same. So that means 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Right? Hold on. Don't get confused. I'm talking to myself. One. Ooh, dang it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's... Wait. Oh, I haven't built backwards here yet. Rip. Right? I think I have those lined up correctly. Oops, nope, needed that still. How did I break those? I'm confusing myself. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think that's right. Yep. Okay, lined up with that one. Do I have one of those circular looking windows like I do the other one? Yes, I do. So these will come out the same, and then I'll have like a little bridged area right here between the two balconies, and it'll look really nice. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Circular window, one of these. And then we go across with probably another one of these circle ones. No, we want it on this side. And then the archway. like this. So basically identical buildings, but one I'm getting rid of that half step up. And then building a bridge between them. The only thing I don't like about this door is at least... Oh, I guess when I cover the roof, you won't be able to see in as well to the back. It's the same building. Minus a half wall piece to get them to be different heights. Because I want them to be at least a little bit unique from one to the other. Or just lightly different. I suppose what I could also do with this one is use these guys. I guess that really doesn't work as... Oh, wait, let me see. Oops. Is that the same one? Which one's the different one? I guess I need... Why do they all have the same name unless you actually tab in on it? Which one did I even use? Because I don't remember if I started with A or B. I don't think that's going to be as good anyway. That looks good in certain scenarios, but I don't think it's going to work the best for this one. And I think I could even put one of the little top things on it. What are you going to do when they shut down the LEGO servers? I don't know. I don't imagine that's for a really long time. So I'm not really worried about it. I'm sure by then, if they do, there will likely and probably... Because this game is going to pretty much last as long as Fortnite does. I don't see any reason it wouldn't. But other than that, from what I think I'll have to look up, see if there's any recent news of it. But I think it was like last year or even the year before. I saw like an article or something talking about how LEGO had started the process of building their own in-house dev team for future... Not necessarily for LEGO Fortnite, but for future LEGO video gaming endeavors by the company. So instead of having like TS games, that's what it's called, the TS games that makes like most of the LEGO like the OG LEGO Star Wars, the LEGO Indiana Jones, all LEGO Harry Potter, all that kind of stuff. And so basically it's LEGO having another company produce the game for them, and I think moving forward, like I said, they're building an in-house team for development, so that way in the future when they release a LEGO game, it's like they don't have to hire out and have another company publish it and design it for them, whereas it would all be in-house. So I think they're leaning more into gaming. So if they do one day shut down these servers, I can't say I guarantee you, but I would be very confident that they would have other things to play. I guess those are basically the same. Like, I feel a little ripped off. No, I'm kidding. But like... This one just definitely looks better here because it has blue at the top. Well, the reason for that, Mo, mainly is because... Are you talking about compared to Festival or Rocket Racing? Because those are Epic-driven games. We're like, so it's technically Fortnite, but LEGO Fortnite is not just driven by Epic Games wants and needs, because like LEGO and Sony Studios invested $2 billion into Epic Games to create this Lego Fortnite landscape that includes, like, not to say they spent that much money yet, but like for the future of Lego Fortnite as a whole. So like Epic, I don't know the exact agreement of their contract, but I imagine since Epic gave them a fat $2 billion, that the game doesn't come down unless Lego wants it to come down, or they've reached whatever agreement they have in the background for an X amount of years, possibly. Again, I don't know this agreement, but I imagine there is some form of an agreement there. How do you build so well? Lots of practice. Practice, and you see me, like, I knew what I was doing for the most part for this build. It came together a little more. I actually like how this is matching a lot better than it was to start. But, you know, I wonder if I can actually beef this up just a little bit more. Hold on. So I had that come down to there. Then I could have that go backwards on itself like I did. And then it would actually have 2 on each side for each of these posts instead of just the middle ones, actually. I was thinking along the lines of something that earlier, but now the idea fully realized itself. Oops, that's wrong. In my brain just now. So we want that there, and then it goes back and back. Yeah, that's much better. But yeah, just a lot of trial and error. Like I built this earlier. Perfect example. I thought to make it just look a little bit better by adding that. It's piece by piece, brick by brick, chunk by chunk, idea by idea. Like, it's taken me a while just to get these buildings figured out how I want them to be. What I think I'm gonna do is go with like the Shogun floor. Wait, what did I click? I didn't even click it. How many spaces is that coming off? 6? No, I think I'll just have it come off the front end and not the sides. So like that. And then I'll probably just match this one. I could make this one more of like a metal looking one, but I think, again, just having them match will be better. Considering I'm going to have them connect. Yeah. So like that. And then am I going to be able to stick those roof pieces on there? Yes, I will. Perfect. Oh yeah, it's 4, not 2. Well, I have a 4. I thought that was a 6 for some reason. I have an 8, just not a 6. 4. Back to the 16. Back to the corner. And then to the side. Although this one we're not going to need. That one we may not need. Boom. Perfect. Got plenty of time. I got another like hour before Heather gets off work. So like that. And then that's just one regular wall space high, yes. So below that, so here, And here we just need to do regular half-wall versions of what I'm already doing. Just so they don't bump into stuff. Like that. And then... would that end up looking better? And then how far out does this guy... oh, is that gonna be literally perfect? Is that 8, 9, 10, 11, 12? Do I have a 12 of this? I mean, it's... no, I don't even have one, so we're not concerned about it. We'll just do 1, 2, boom, boom. So 4, 4. So if I get rid of these 4s here and here, that should add up perfectly to make all 16s go across. Behold! Symmetry. Dun, dun, dun. And then... I guess I could do that on the side, too. Yeah, we get rid of that. No, we would technically need to get rid of, like, this entire corner if I wanted it to match. I don't know if I do that one. I'd probably just do this one. And then this one. I like that. And then we can even make a little spot here. That's fine if it doesn't go snugly up against those. Because we'll just put a little railing. I don't even think we need to put a railing. I think just having it open like that is fine. It's not going to hurt anyone. I guess the other thing I could do... if I moved it over 1... no, that wouldn't work. Hold on, I can't see anything. It's eternal darkness time. No, I'm kidding. For me, it is 5:56. Bro, what? How to spice up your village? Upside down building technique. Do you know how to do that? I'll teach everybody real quick because it's not my invention by any means, but it's a fairly well-known at this point technique that you can build with anything going upside down. So like, let's say normally, you know, if I tried to put this fence piece here, it does connect, but like you might want it the other. Then there's some pieces that just like, I guess this is a bad example, because the tops of those technically count as supporting pieces. But here's a bed. You can't build the bed touching the ceiling and having it work, unless you can. Doubt it now. But this works with anything. Walls, beds, decor pieces. Like, again, this is right side up. So to get it to flip sideways, you're going to go to contraptions, mobility. And you could do this with other items, too. It's not exclusive to the thruster, but it's like thrusters, anything that like attached. You could, I think the buttons work again, but you put a thruster. Now, the cool thing about the thrusters is they automatically flip themselves, right? So as long as you have a smooth surface, aiming at the wall just makes it go sideways. Aiming at the floor makes it go that way. Aiming at the roof essentially is like upside down, so on and so forth. So now that we have that on the roof we want to place something on, we can take something like a bed. And as soon as you aim at the thruster, it actually references, is what I call it, but you're copying the orientation of this thruster, which is currently upside down. And now you used to have to aim at the base of it because, as you can see, this is away from what we're attaching it to. Right here, right before it flips, is actually touching that wall, and then you can move it over. You don't move your cursor after this, and then you nudge it over, and you're able to place it. Now, let's say for some reason you're having a hard time because you can't see where the bottom is here. One thing I like to do is just start where it's flipped, and then as soon as it flips, you know you're aiming at the bottom. So, like, not aiming at the thruster's bottom, and then we're aiming at the thruster's bottom. But let's say you're aiming way down here. You could still move it over. Oop. Why is it only letting me nudge one way? Am I crazy? So, like, let's say you're way down here. See, now when you move it away, it says needs supporting piece because it's not touching. But let's say you're aiming down here, you could still use the vertical nudge tool to line it up. Oh, I don't know why that didn't stay, but maybe it just wasn't attached to anything. Maybe I had it just over. But anyway, that's how you build stuff upside down. City violation, put a railing where? I've got railings all over the place. For the most part. I think what I want to put up here is some plants. How's that wall bumping out? Just a little bit more. It does like that window all right, so I think we'll do that. Because then I could actually put this all the way around, but then the other building might not work out the same way anyway, so... Who knows what we'll do? It's all trial and error. Like I said, a lot of figuring out. It's more figuring out what you don't want to do rather than figuring out what you do want to do. Right? I think that one was allowing me to put this piece closer. I guess not. I guess that's technically two spaces away. I forgot about that. Oops. So that one I was able to put up close because that's a flat wall. So I'd have to bring those out. And this one doesn't even fit with that one. I do want some... I guess you know what I could do? Let's go back to plants. I think they're from the... I can't even remember now. Fortnite Forever? Or these guys? Like these... No, not these. These ones aren't as tall. These ones do look good, though. I guess around this one I could always do that. But I also like the really tall one. Like, this one just looks so good. I just don't know how many I would put. And I don't think there's a shorter one of this one. No, that is the shorter version. Then I could do something like... Like this. And then like on this side. These are just such have big bases for them. What skin is this? This is the Power Rangers one, right? Is it Voltron or something? Or no, not Voltron. I don't know I don't know anything from Ninja Turtles, unfortunately. I know nothing. I think these will look better once I have a gate up, or not a gate, but a fence though. That's my thought. I think I'll do the gray to kind of match the one I'm doing below that. Gives more contrast instead of matching. I'm getting the part lag. Hold on. Yeah, it kind of covers up the bulkiness of those bases of the tree. And then I think instead of putting the tree back there, we could just put like that bush kind of further back into the wall. Because I think two of those, like a tree like that and a tree like that right next to each other there, wouldn't be exactly complementary. And then there's got to be some other flowers I could throw up there, right? I guess these would match here too if I wanted to add like just a little more pizzazz back there for another one. And then does this one match? Yeah, that one kind of matches. So like I could even do like that right there and kind of make it a little more full. The thing is that one doesn't, it's got a yellow, or is that just the light hitting it a certain way? No, I think it has a completely different vibe or color to the stem. Also this one. I like those ones match with the pieces. What's up, Jess? And J-Dub. How you guys doing? I think it's because with the bed upside down, I think only certain parts on the bottom of the bed like count as supporting, or it's on the bottom. It has to do something with being like which studs on the bottom did they program to be supporting pieces or not? Because usually when you put it on the floor, it like if you have it some of the bed hanging off, it might not work just because of that. Megazord from Power Rangers. Thank you. That's exactly what it is. And then I think also that's kind of a cool piece too. Not exactly what we're going for there, but 'tis an option. Oh, it's because it's on top of the floor. That's why it's not. So if it was there without the floor piece, it would work. Because I was thinking about adding like another balcony thing. But otherwise, we can make do with this just fine. We'll figure it out. I do want to find something else to put more on that edge of the balcony. Where is it? There we go. I kind of wanted to see if I could get it to go like in the wall. And that's... I don't think there's an angle that I can get that to work at. So I think we'll get rid of that one. The regular bonsai, you think would be nice?
The bonsai.
This one? Might also look nice right there. I mean, this one would match really well, not gonna lie. Like, instead of this, which I do like, but I kind of like having at least two of those there. Look really nice, I think. Just because the base of it matches the freaking wall behind it. Can't go wrong with that. And then I like these, but I don't like that, the really bright white base of it. This one does have a themed bonsai. That might look good kind of down here or something. And this one has like a pink bonsai. Just bumps into everything. Oh, actually, that looks really nice right there. And then maybe I could fit one of these like down here. Maybe this one could be the one that I go on the inside. No, that one doesn't have a planter. I don't like that one as much there. I'd have to build like a custom planter, I'm just realizing. Or not have to, but I feel like I would be obligated to because the rest of these do. Look at the little tiny one too. And then the little things of bamboo. I guess I could try to make it like really covered and stuff. I wish there was like, dude, they gotta, you know what they need? I guess it would just be under... No, they would... I want like a section of ceiling hanging plants. Would be great. Like little buckets with wires to like post up on a ceiling. I don't think we have anything like that at this point. The only thing I could do is put stuff like upside down, but that wouldn't be the same. I guess I could box the base in, but I don't have a lot of room to work with. Oops. Why is that? That's not the piece I clicked on. Because I'd have to make the base, what is that, like 4 by 6 or something, and that would basically take up like almost the entire walkway, because I can't even put it that close to the windows. Although I could kind of like cheese it and put it behind somewhere. And then I also got to remember I have signage and stuff too to fluff up some of the area. But I think so far this is likable. I just need to go take a potty break before the next 45 minutes of my stream. I don't think, what is it from Liar Liar? It's like, do you really like can't hold it? And he's like, well, I could, but they say it's bad for you. Blah, 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 blah. And then he like, gives him a whole spiel. And then the judge is like, you know what? I think we will take a break. It's not good to hold it. That's where we're at so far. I'll be right back. Dogs are let out. I am let out, so to speak. There's got to be other deco I can add besides plants. I need to relog too. I'm getting the hold on. Getting like the lag where when you pull out a build piece and you go from looking at one build piece to another with that build piece, it like drops like 20 frames out of nowhere. Yo, thank you, old rooster. Does anybody want to redeem a skin while I'm in the shop? I know y'all got points. Just the first one to get it. Wish they would fix this bug where it doesn't show the Lego portraits. It makes it so much easier to decide because, like, some of them I probably would never pick in BR, but then obviously they look way cooler in Lego. Superman. Let's see. Let's do like an OG skin. That kind of matches. I just wish he like gave him like armor. He's like base level. Does it not show the name when I click on it? It's weird that it doesn't show the name. I can't remember the name of that one right now. I could do Drift. Drift would be a good one for this. It's one of my favorite skins anyway. Blink. Sorry, I didn't want you to hear me chewing ice. I wasn't sure if that was coming through the mic. Hold on. I gotta do something in my mobile app real quick. I gotta collect stuff. It's all on timers. Alright, there we go. We're good. Oh, wait, let me see if I have good prices to sell for. Hold on. 202. 220 is pretty good. Yeah. Sell those. Wait on those. Yo, new AC. And then I'll dress it. I guess we can do the details now because I'm not doing too much here. The only thing I need to do is kind of add a floor into the inside because these ones you could just see right through. Granted, with the other ones you can too, but you don't notice as much because there's not a rock back to it. Floors. I think we're just doing Shogun floors. Oh yeah, it's less there. So maybe I can. I think I just need 2/16. There we go. You can still see the back of the rock, which isn't. Maybe I make the bottom. Maybe I swap. I guess you'll still be able to see through this one and see the rock back of this one anyway. The only thing I could think to do, but then it would make the building look extra small. I guess I could just do 2 regular doors, but having the variance is so much better. But I don't know if I like the rock wall showing or if I should just do it like that. I don't know. What do you guys think? Arch or actual doorway? I'm kind of split. Let's see what kind of outdoors stuff I got to put out here on the balcony too. Oh man, these look good. The pyramid planter. Forgot about those. Because these ones have too much white in them, but these could definitely work if I was doing like a garden. That matches the color a little better, even though it's not perfect. I think having a table right in the middle would be kind of nice. I'm going to put some chairs just on either side. That definitely adds something. Then we'll do the same thing. I guess I don't have as much room in front. That kind of like pokes out. I could always do it on the side. Because this one technically doesn't need to be a window. I could also just make that a flat floor. Hold on. Fortnite Forever. Walls. And we can just do a regular wall like that. And again, you can't really see it too much. But I think there's another one. I think it's under wall pieces for this theme. So we also have this one, which would look good in this kind of area. And then I swear there's another one. This one, there we go.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
Because then we can put this one higher and you can actually see it a little better. Yeah. Now I can't see anything. You know, I'll add some lights at some point, but it's still better to work on stuff during the day. See more of the true colors. Like that. Move that up a little bit so there's like space to get around it, like your little vendor. Do I have that facing the right way? No, I don't.
Do I look like I know what a JPEG is? I just want a picture of a
goddamn
goddamn hot dog.
We all, don't we all? There we go. Oh, dang it. I did it. Oh! It's okay. It's okay, chat. It's okay. Nobody panic. Whoa! Oh, not that one. Oops. Wrong way. Did I break that wall too? Oops. I did break it. Which one did I have here again? A circular one? What's on the other side? No, I did this guy. I think that's all I broke, right? What was I doing? Oh yeah, we were doing the cart. That I can't seem to get in the right spot. Is it there? Can I fit? Oh, it's just got extra stuff sticking out on that side, which I guess I don't need to be able to get back here, like physically, as long as it looks good. That's not gonna fit. I think even if I were to make it a regular wall right there, I don't think that would fit there. I think it would look good if we put it here, though. Or would it look better if I just put it like actually facing like that? I think I like that better. I don't think a well would make too much sense up here. Oh, I've got this cart too, which... Because that one could go really nicely. Like just kind of wedged in the corner there, but I like this one front facing better, I think. Well, this thing's cool. Wonder if I have any room for that anywhere. Probably not. I need more like tall, thinner stuff. I don't think that would fit there, but it would look kind of cool. Oh, this would look probably cool, like somewhere in the red building, to be honest, if I figured out like a good spot for it. That would actually be kind of cool. I don't think up there would be good. Oh, you know what? I wonder if I get rid of these two pieces, if it'll fit. I think I like that. That's sick. Well, there's more vendor things. I guess it's an electronic because it has an electronic on it, but how is this one an electronic? Hey! Hey! Are these electronic berries? Show me the electronics. They must be batteries. Or something. Like straight up. They need to put this one in outdoors where all the other carts are. That's like even this is a stretch for electronics. There are technically, I think they use like small microchips and electronics for soda machines for like the sensors and stuff. But for the most part, it's like mostly mechanical. Not necessarily electronic, but hey, that's a gripe. Can't this go right over that? No. I never extended that one wall piece back. Hold on. Half wall, this one. There we go. So I think on the front we can do the signage, which if I go to, I'm just going to do all of these ones. We'll also do Daigo. I think all of this stuff could potentially be good. First, we need the roof ones. Like, I don't know if a billboard... Because I have this billboard already that I'm using. Right? And it's even on the same color building. I think I can put that one there. But I don't know. And then I also have this one. And then I have the stuff that's in wall decorations. But I don't want them to, like, all be... Like, this implies that it's, like, some sort of shop, and then I'd have multiple of them in the city. So I'm trying to avoid using these over and over again. Plus, at least on the one story. I think one right there would be tasteful. And then... What else? Maybe we could use like more of these signs. That doesn't fit there. Does that look good? Because it's like the only spot I could really place it. I wish there was an arrow facing the other way. Wait a minute, what's the difference between these? Ryomara neon arrow sign. Ryomara street sign. But they look like they're exactly the same. I swear they are. What's up, Jess? Sorry, you get to see more of the build now. I think the last time I was showing it to you, I accidentally forgot that my raid was automatically going over in several seconds. But today I added all of this. Bones, please relax. I don't know, 2 or 1? I think just 1. So I also have these, but those aren't going to look good way up there necessarily. I'd ideally want it like here. Actually, I realize there is something I need to do for the lights, and it's add these, but I think that only works on the first level here. It's not going to really work on the second. Because one, they'll have to be at different heights. But let's get rid of that for now. And then we need the Fortnite Forever. And then we need the floors from Fortnite Forever. We need these ones to make like a little visor there. I don't really need it there. Actually, I probably will need it there if I want to put lights. But I'll have lights up there. It's okay. Did these ones on the blue one come out 6? Wait, did I even use the right one? Oh wait, what were those from? Daft Punk? Yeah, I liked those ones better. Although I guess to make the buildings feel different, I could be... Yeah, I like that. Having them different. And then here... I could technically put that one in one more, but we'll just make it like that. And then come out an extra one, and then we can hang our lights there. And then what lights was I doing? Oh, I think I had to use Ryumara. They're Ryumara lights, but I had to use them upside down. So technically I need a thruster. Or were they from Ninjago? Ah, Ninjago Island. They're from Ninjago Island, but they're called Ryumara floor lights. What is this? And then I guess it doesn't matter too much. 2 in from the sides. Maybe I do need 3. I'll just build another floor. And then we should still be able to do the same thing around this side. I'm going to cheat and skip that one in the back because you're not really going to be able to see it anyway. And then what are those 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12? Or is it 11? I guess it really doesn't matter as long as I throw it somewhere in the general correct vicinity. We'll be good. Like right about there, sure. And then weren't we doing the same thing like on these type of builds? Oh yeah, I was using the blue on there too. Maybe that's why I ended up switching them. Because I use blue there, and then I use... Hold on. Should be able to change these without goofing it. Oh, it's going to goof it. Doesn't matter. Oh, hold on. Before I do that, let's at least save myself a trip to the thruster technique. And just place that there. And then when this one... Oh, that one might stay there anyway. Oh, never mind. Now we can just copy this angle again. Oh, dang it. I had a feeling it was going to be off by space. Got it. Got it. There we go. Because, yeah, I used the blue ones on this because it just happened to match a little bit better. I honestly don't like this sign. And I think here we only have to come out 2 of them. Honestly, I don't even know if those look nice going into the wall like the other one does. And then I can probably only fit 1 there, which is fine, but we'll just keep 1 there just for the looks. And it's dark again. I just realized it, but it's been dark. Oh, one might glow at night. Maybe the other one just doesn't. They both looked like they were glowing, though. At least to me. Did I not use the bed? Thought I did. Sometimes I don't click F when I think I do. Forgot to switch these ones out too. Oh wait, no, I forgot that one. We pop out of space. Oh, it's not connecting. I have to do it over here first. Hold on. Oh, maybe that one does fit like that? If we go all the way up, I guess I missed it the first time. So we can have those ones aligned. I still think that's going to bump out for the lights, but I guess we'll see. Yes, I know I had the other one closer to the actual thing, but I think when I get over to this left side here, it's gonna cause issue. I can't even put it that far back. We'll do the middle one first. I guess I can inset that one in. There we go, so I can keep that consistent. It's all lies. There, and then what was I using for these lights again? Just the regular ones that hang from the ceiling from that same theme. See, these are from Ryumar City, and they don't even call it... The Ryumar is not even in the name of the item. See, this one has to go up the front. But at least I don't have to do upside down techniques for this one because it's already intended to be an upside down build. Or like a hanging build, rather. That one just has to be a little bit closer than it would be. I guess I could always just put this one center to what you can see here, which would be there. Yeah, so the spacing's a little bit different from the front, but it's by like what, one space. And then here, I think that'll actually... No, I thought they were gonna make them line up like perfect. And these ones we can fit closer. Oop, that one's wrong. Like that. And then here, we're going to have to do it a little differently as well because I got to watch out for these. Or do I? I guess let's experiment. I think that works. It's not like exactly centered, but it looks nice. There, I think that's good for those lights. And I'm thinking... See, the red building, I did those other bar lights, so I don't think I want to do any of those there. But they could complement this area. I think if I did them, like, up here... Like... Right? Like that. Like that would end up looking good. I just can't really do it this one because I made this building shorter on purpose. I'll just add them to the sides. I guess we'll find out next time it's actually nighttime. So I'm not adding any lights to these insides here, so actually here it might be better suited with some sort of like hanging light. That one's gonna be way too big though. I guess it already has like a lantern, but I was thinking about putting some sort of ceiling light up there. One of these. What about anything more colorful? Ooh, that's kind of cool. I like that. It's different. I can like make this look like it's like an ice cream shop. And then what else could I use to like add to that effect? Oh, I wonder if I could use the lounge sign here. I think that would look good. Where is it? I just saw it. There we go. Oh, yeah. The lounge. I wonder if I can make the juice one up here. Juice! And then my next red building, I gotta remember to add... I can't remember if it's in walls or outdoors. I used the arcade sign already, but I think it's in outdoors. And it's the Star Wars one. Where's the Star Wars Der Burger sign at? Or is that sculptures? That was a sculpture. I mean, that would look good on red. I think it would look better on a red building. Like, I already put so much stuff on these ones. But essentially, on one of the red buildings that I make in the future, I could add the Der Burger sign. I think it would look cool. It would also be fun to make, like... Maybe I could try to recreate the Daily Bugle, but with, where is it? With just Ryumara or, like, Ninjago City parts. There we go. Like, that would be kind of funny. I could just, like, build the prefab somewhere. Or I probably wouldn't be able to do it unless it's anywhere with the base. But I could essentially do the same style building. It just wouldn't... I don't know if I'd have the right windows for it to make it look, like, close to one-to-one, but, like, wooden. The juice and the lounge. And then there's where I have the arcade sign. Let's look at more sculptures, though. Like, I could use both Der Burger signs, really. Oh, I bet this would look good somewhere, too. On one of the green buildings. Like, maybe not there or on the window. But, like, another one that has... I guess... that works. Have, like, a shop downstairs and a juice bar upstairs or something. Or I can save it for another building, because I don't have too many signs in one place, so that way I'm not using too much repetition of the same sign. Which I'm not super opposed to, but I want to limit it to, like, 2 per major sign. Plants, I did most of the clutter. Let's go to furniture. Oh, my eyeball's itchy. That's kind of big. Where's the vending machines at? Don't I have like a couple different vending machines? I think those were in electronics though. I just didn't give that the best look. Hold on. I can't remember what color the vending machine is. I think it's from Supernova Academy. Oh, that's a really cool one too. I like it. I just can never remember what pieces are in what because they don't do the greatest job assigning them to what you think they would. I think that kind of matches. Where are the where they... Does anybody remember where the vending machines are? In what category? I think they might be houseware or something. Now I really can't remember. I don't think I have room for any of these Gigantor boxes back there. That'll work. Where's the Der Burger box? That in the corner. This might end up looking better than that. Let's see. Oh no, it's just not the right lineup. Okay, let's keep to bigger stuff. Let me go back to the furniture. Recreation. I could always fake this. I wonder if I can get this to go at an angle without... It'll hover. But it's technically not connected to this piece. It's connected to the wall. So I think that's a good little touch back there. And then I could always put... Like, watch here. If I go to wall stuff, and then I get... Hold on, let me just grab, like, these 3 or 4 themes. Maybe this is where I could use the arrow. Or maybe there even? I think that has potential, but I'm more looking for like a portrait or something to put back there. Or like the squid guy. And then I could still put some sort of like this back there. Even those look pretty good. It's for some extra pizzazz. Yo, Dylan, what's up? A flip for you. Am I gonna do another one? I've never let that emote go that long, I don't think. I didn't know it did a meow at the end. Learn something new every day. And then I think there was another one of those that matched the color of the other thing, but now I can't remember. I still gotta add chairs to that table, but I'm trying to think if there's anything else I could put on the balcony here. Or anything up against the walls or on top of there. Just looking for things that kind of match roughly, or I guess contrast a lot too works. Yeah, Felipe, I am working on a really, really big city. Oh, here, if I go sit in this seat, it actually gives me a great view from the third person. See, I built that spot up there at the perfect height, I think. Yeah, it's kind of the idea is like very like cyberpunky, like very many levels, lots of like, you know, you got the sub level down here which has like more traditional style houses, which I'm still thinking about changing these walls to the, because Ryumara does have pieces for that kind of match, which are, first there's these ones which I think are Ninjago Island, which could work kind of well. They're just kind of bland. But then there's I swear they're from Ryumara. I just don't know how many I have or which ones. Hold on, where is it? What was I thinking of? Am I crazy? Where's the walls I'm thinking of? Am I... Oh, it's these ones. But those ones are Ninjago Island too. Maybe not the ones I'm thinking of. I swear there's ones that are a part of Ryumara City. Maybe I'm just going absolute... Oh, here they are. They count as windows. I just don't know what... Do they have a door for that too? I guess that's what would be the door for that type of build. I also kind of forget I have this one to use as a door. I think that one could look better there. Hold on. Let's see if it'll go 1-for-1 switch or not. I figured not with the pieces I have there. Maybe if I move it back? Oop. No, not that way. Nah. I could have planned for it before, but I wonder if it'll... I probably won't go into any of these other slots, but I gotta remember to use that door and these doors at some point. This one is like the only one of that style that would match that way, that one, but I could make this down here, but I like the contrast to these builds better. I don't know, I'm still kind of split there. Yo, thank you, Saint. Thank you, thank you. I'm also thinking about making a little platform here. Right now I want to build up, but eventually I'll build out, I think. But I'm just going to do a little chunks at a time and then decide what I want to do next. Because I think it'd be really cool, especially... Because like when I sit in this spot and I look at the build from here, I think it was... I can't remember. But I think there's a little room... And maybe it's just from this view. But I think if I like am looking at the build like this, I could have even another little thing kind of popping out from this end. Yeah, because I have like the perfect 45 to kind of go out there. That might be too far. I think I'd have to put it like there. But then I could do another shelf. What do you do if your house is off by one stud slash space slash pixel, as you say? Sorry, nothing. None of those are wrong. Maybe that will run a little. So that'll give me more room. And it could even allow me to do a connection with like up here, especially if I do a smaller shelf. But anyway, it means that you kind of like what you really want to be doing is if you act, because like the reason you got there in the first place by being one stud off is because like you started from here, and then unless you're using, because if you just look normally around, you see how it's moving it 2 spaces at a time. That's kind of intentional because you can just nudge it one more, but like if you nudge it that one more and then place it, and then you try to meet in the middle like that, you could miscount because you want to build in increments of, or like in spacings of 2 all the time. So like if you move, like if you have a wall here, you want to go 1 2 as your minimum space, 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2, and then place it so that way if you ever decide to join them again, everything's in spaces of 2 and you'll always be able to fill the gap. Because as far as walls go, there's no 1 by 2 wall. Now there is something you could kind of do, I think, to circumvent this, and let's say you did this. What you could then do is build a piece right here, or no, you would want essentially, let me get a regular, you would need a flat piece to do this. But if you put that behind there, and then I think, technically I need to even do it fancier. But then if we built up here, these are just going to be placeholders for now. What we could do to fill the gap, there is maybe some workaround that I could show you. So you would do essentially a sideways wall technique where you'd build a thruster on a placeholder wall behind that gap. And then what you could do is, I believe you have plenty of 1 by 1 fence pieces. Now, they might not all be the correct height, but let's try to find one that matches. And that's the other thing, is you might not be able to match everything. But let's take like this one, for example. So what we're going to do is look at this, and then we would, oh, that's probably too long. Hold on. Let me just get a shorter one. Look at the thruster, move it down. And with this, you could essentially fill it. Now with this, I think you'd have to technically do the same thing, but further back. But then it's going to stick out on the inside of the build. So let's try this. Like, it's really the only thing I could think of that would similarly fill that space. But again, you got to do... So with the sideways build technique, you use a thruster. And then when you look at this thruster with another piece, it'll turn it sideways. But then I could fill it in that way. But again, then this piece of the fence is going to be sticking out on the back end when you remove these. So there's that. As long as you don't care what it looks like from the outside. And then I don't think there's any red ones that you could make it. But that's like the only workaround that I could really think of to fill a 1 stud gap. Now, again, you'd have to find the right size piece, and you wouldn't be able to get it to match the wall exactly, but in certain scenarios, depending on what pieces you have, you could probably get it to match all right. Everybody spawns in the grasslands when you start a new world on the main island. They had it to where when Ninjago was new, it automatically spawned you on Ninjago Island. That's no longer the case, and it wasn't the case before Ninjago. So generally, you spawn somewhere in the grasslands on the mainland in any world you create these days. But I think this will be another good spot to put a shelf, and I'll have even more room to put a bigger building. I think that's where we'd want that one. And then I just do one in the middle. Barely gonna see, but I think same with this one if I do this the same way. They're sticking out. I can see them. And that works because it goes into that part perfectly. I'm not saying I'm done with this part yet, but I did get the feeling to put something a little higher as well there. Just add that much more. And then if anything, I could put a one lower, like down here. Except it's not really going a good way. Oh wait, I got an idea though. What I could get it to face the way I wanted to. Oh, I need more room. Oops. I think I can get these to no problem can get these to a custom angle because the other angles just worked out on their own. But this one, to get it to line up with this better, will steal that angle. So normally I've only got... Wait, did I just miss an angle there? Because that... Oh, wait, I do want it. That's lined up with that one. I'd want it to be... I guess that's pretty much the same. I guess if anything... Hold on. Because I don't want that severe of an angle. I think that would be good. Because we have going out the same way as this one is. But I think having it go just a little bit more to the left. So we'll just steal this angle here. And start there. I think that might be too high. I think I want to do this whole thing starting lower. Yeah, Yuffie, I'm in Sandbox now. I normally play in an expert world, but don't let anybody tell you differently. It doesn't matter what mode you're building in. If you're using your creative part of your mind and you're enjoying the build, there is no difference in what it looks like, whether it's a sandbox world, an expert world, a cozy world, a regular survival world. But, you know, I get a little more pride out of building an expert world, but don't let that hold you back. Don't let it think or make you think that, like, your build is less than just because you did it in sandbox. I think I'd want that to be a little lower. So what I guess I can do is just snap below that. There we go. Because I do want it to be at a different angle than this build, but not quite. Because Because I have, again, the angle there. I can go right, or I can go left. So that would be too far left. This is matching that, so I made a custom angle here with a dynamic foundation. And what I did was I made a platform. I pushed this up against the wall, plus added that, so it was at the angle I wanted. And then, because when you build here, you're like just building on the freely on the grid, which you do have a 45-degree angle spin. But what if you want something in between these angles? That's where this comes into play. So you get this to go at the angle that you actually want it to, and then you could use the vertical nudge and then move it into the wall. And since you can plant anything into walls and they count as a base, but you're just stealing this angle, that's how I'm getting this to work. See, now we don't need... Oops. We don't need any of that. Once I get the angle stolen and set up, then you're good on those. You don't need to do anything. The only thing... Do these snap side to side? Not really. Hold on. I guess I'm going to the ground. Yep, exactly. Play whatever game mode makes you happy. It doesn't make a cool, like... It's like, you know, if you painted a piece of art and someone's like, hey, you didn't source that paint and dye and bristles yourself. You bought the paint and bristles from a store. It doesn't make the painting look any less beautiful if you make one. You know what I mean? That's kind of the same thing behind creative, and a good analogy for it, I think. And see, I keep stealing this angle now, because if I look here, then I'm getting the on-the-grid angles. But if I look here, I'm basically stealing the angle I already stole, and I'm able to do, like, micro readjustments like that. I almost think I need to bring this even a little bit lower and over. So I want like this one to start almost right under that one. I'm just trying to figure out the right vibe, and I got to imagine how it's gonna look beforehand. So I got the other one right on point, but I think this will be good. So if I go out to here, if I bring it to like here, I'm gonna have like no room. Wait, no, I keep forgetting that I kind of bring it out a little bit. So like, just to make sure we're right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So like if I were to make this platform here, oh, I think that piece right there is going through technically, so we'll just do shorter pieces. Once I select Ryumara, that is. So we don't have to have it go perfectly. I mean, I guess I could try. Yep, that works. Boom. I think if anything, I'd want that a little lower and more to the side. So like just a little bit lower and then have it start more like there. Because you got to remember, this shelf is going to have buildings on it, and if I have a building there, it's going to, like, bump up right into that. So I really need to build it, like, over on the wall a little bit more. Plus, when I look at it from this angle, it's, like, kind of being hidden. I want to see more of the what'll end up looking like this right here. So I think I want it, like, a little bit lower into the left. So I've got this one set up. I'll definitely do a sky area up here. And what's cool about this one is I'm sure I could even put like a little stairway going down to here and maybe do some sort of like little balcony here that's separate, but that would be later. But I think for now that would be pretty sweet. I just need to get this. Well, I guess I know what I'll do. I didn't realize Heather let me know that she's ready. Not but 2 minutes ago. Good. I didn't miss the text by too long. But it is time. I gotta go pick up the lady from work and think about what I'm cooking for dinner, because I haven't fully decided yet. I guess we'll leave that there so I can have my copied angle, but then we'll just get rid of this stuff. And we'll pick up tomorrow. So, that whole structure we built today in 3 hours. Ta-da! All right, guys, I'm going to find my raid target on Twitch. And if you're on TikTok, come and join me on YouTube or Twitch the next time. Otherwise, feel more than free to just chill on TikTok as you are. Who we got on? Let's do... Oh, they're playing BR. At least that's what it looks like. Oh no, they're playing Brick Life. What about this person? What are they playing? Yeah, let's go throw over to SMU 104. Or SMU 104. I'm not sure exactly, but they seem chill and they're playing the game. And I haven't raided to them before, so that's a win in my book. Raided over. Raided over. Bask in the glory of the build for a few seconds longer. It will get bigger. And bigger.
And bigger.
Oh, yo. I just thought of something, though. Chat. I do a custom angle. And I make a bridge part of the city. I make a bridge with the same base. And some supports coming from the mountain. And then build across here with a huge, thick bridge that I could pull a whole nother part of the city on. Like if I made the bridge go from like the basically it'd be like there to there. And then I build more on that wall. I'm trying to build spaced enough where I don't hit complexity. Although this stuff isn't that spaced out right now. That was the original intention. But if it ends up just being a super dense build that I only build in like one area, then I'm totally down with that too. But it'll kind of be... Oh. Oh, I see. She already got a car. I can stay for a few more minutes. She got a Uber for her ride home. Dang it. Well, I already rated over on Twitch, so we're ending it there anyway, because she's going to be home soon and I'll be done anyway. But I just didn't have to leave as early as I thought I did. But I'm out of here, guys. I will catch you maybe tomorrow evening. We'll see. But have a good night. I'm out of here.